This video is for your ASL, delayed repetition and paraphrase. When I start the delayed repetition, you will repeat everything that I'm saying with your delay, and that'll go for about a minute and a half. Then I'll stop. When I stop, just go ahead and finish up what you were saying, because you'll be delayed, obviously, so it'll take a few seconds after I'm done. And then I'll pause for a second. Then I'll start saying sentences. I'll say a sentence, give me about 30 seconds, then I'll say okay, and then you give me your paraphrase of my sentence. Again, I'll say a sentence. I'll give you about 30 seconds to think, and you say a paraphrase of my sentence. We'll do 4 of those sentences. And again, you'll upload this to YouTube, or you'll either upload it to YouTube and send me the link by email, or you'll email the whole video to me, or you will bring me the video and just leave it in my mailbox. Just get it to me however you can by the 19th, July 19th. Okay, so now we will begin delayed repetition. I grew up in the country.
I grew up in the country.
Have a misconception about what it's like to live
Many
in the
people
country.
have a misconception of what it's like
as
to
a
live in the
result,
country. And I think as a
They just
result,
assume a lot of things about
they
sort of country
assume
life
a
that
lot
aren't
of
true.
things about country life that aren't true.
I grew up in a small town in rural Florida.
I grew up in a small town in rural Florida.
Most people experience Florida either
Most people
Orlando,
experience Florida
or via one of the big cities
Orlando
on the
or
coast.
via one of the big cities along the coast.
If you think about it, Florida has
If
Pensacola,
you think about it, Florida
Tampa,
has Pensacola,
Fort Myers,
Tampa, Fort
Miami,
Myers,
Fort
Miami,
Lauderdale,
Fort Lauderdale,
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
These are all coastal cities.
These are all coastal cities.
Other than that, there's Orlando.
Other than that,
And every
there's
other city in
Orlando.
Florida is a small city.
And every other city in Florida is a small
So,
city.
The center of Florida,
So the center of
peninsula
Florida,
as well as the panhandle,
the peninsula, along with the
are made up
panhandle,
of really tiny communities.
are made up of really tiny communities.
If you're on the coast or in Orlando,
If you're on
it's
the
like you're
coast
north.
or in Orlando, it's like you're north.
But if you drive into anywhere else, you're
But
definitely
if you
in the
drive
south.
anywhere else, you're definitely in the south.
I grew up in one of those southern communities.
I grew up in one of those southern communities.
We had in my town grocery stores and
We
department
had
stores
in my town
and
grocery
restaurants
stores and
things like that.
department stores and restaurants and things like that.
We just didn't have very many.
We just didn't have very many.
And I lived quite a ways outside of town.
And I lived quite a ways outside
So
of
if I
town.
wanted to go into town,
So if I wanted to go
I had
into
to,
town,
it was quite a drive.
I had to.
We didn't go
It
to
was
town
quite a
every
drive.
day or every week.
We didn't go every day or every week even.
To go to the grocery store, you needed to be willing to drive 20 or 30 minutes.
To go to the grocery store, you had to be willing to drive 20 or 30 minutes
back.
and, of course, 20 or 30 minutes back.
It just wasn't worth all that effort.
It just wasn't worth all that effort.
I had particular responsibilities growing up.
I had particular
I had to take care
responsibilities
of
growing
the
up.
chickens.
I had to take care of the chickens.
This meant that I had to feed them twice a day.
This meant that I had to feed them
Then
twice
I
a
had
day.
to collect eggs in the morning.
Then I had
And
to
then I
collect
had
eggs in the
to
morning.
keep the chicken.
And then I had to keep the chicken
That was probably
clean.
the worst part.
That was
Nobody
probably
likes
the
to
worst
clean up
part.
after chickens.
Nobody likes cleaning up after chickens.
But looking back, I had a great experience growing up.
But looking back, I had a
Even if it
great
was different
experience
than a lot
growing
of
up.
people have in the city.
Even if it was a lot different than most people had in the city.
Okay, now you'll do paraphrase. So I'll say a sentence, give you about 30 seconds to think about it. I'll say okay, then you do your English paraphrase, and then I'll give you a few seconds to say that, then I'll go to the next sentence. There are 4 sentences. All right, sentence number 1. How did you manage to get John up at 4 a.m.?
How are you able to get John up at 4 in the morning?
All right, sentence number 2. The party last night was a big success. Okay?
The celebration this past evening was a huge achievement.
Number 3. I really like the way you do your hair. Okay?
I really like the technique you use to style your hair.
Number 4. After pouring all that money into the new program, the college decided it wasn't worth it. Okay?
After spending all of that money on the new program, the school decided it was a waste of time.
All right. Thank you so much. Again, you can either upload this to YouTube and then send me the link. You can email it to me. You can bring it to my office and put it in my mailbox. However you want to get me the video would be great. And it's due the 19th. Thank you so much.